Hey everybody, welcome back. Eric, Gearhead Daily, per usual. Beard, mustache, on point. And today I've got another review video. Those seem to do pretty well on this channel, have longevity over time. So as you probably can tell, I am a bit of a Makita person. You can see I've got Makita over here, a big wall of Makita stuff over there, the leaf blower, the chainsaw, the this, the that, the yakety schmackety. But decided to go with the default here. Why? I had several requirements. One being that I needed a new vacuum for the garage and not the shop. And you can see I've got a Craftsman under here that is probably 20 years old. I also have a very large vacuum over here in the corner. That is for all the big tools. But I don't have a clean vacuum that I can use that is small, that is portable, that I can actually bring into the house, do projects, or if I go into, say, a customer's house and I need to clean up something real quick, or if I do a little something and make a little mess, I gotta go zip, zip, clean it up. Also, having one for the garage is a good idea if I want to, say, you know, vacuum out one of the cars. Now, default makes, I don't know, a couple of different versions of these. This is the smaller one. I needed something portable. And they claim that this is new, quiet technology. We're going to find out if that's actually true. And the delivery company already gave me a lifting handle and a speed hole, which was nice and convenient on that side. But again, I needed a clean vacuum, something I could bring into a customer home that could easily pack into my truck and didn't take up a ton of space. And I needed something that was relatively quiet so that I didn't bug the customer or bug my wife or, you know, blow my eardrums out. So we're going to find out. We're going to test it against this old 16-gallon Craftsman under here that I use for my sander, which is actually fantastic, works really great, especially with the cyclone system over here. But yeah, let's pull this bad boy out and see how she do. So, in the box, everything kind of comes in the big bucket there. You got some bags, which I'll probably never use. Filter's already attached, wheels already attached. Looks like you just need to put these in with a couple 4 screws here. Relatively small. Now keep in mind, they make 3 versions of this. This is the smallest one. So this is the 9-gallon, the tiny one, wet dry vac. But again, they do make bigger versions of this. The motor is what I'm most important with, okay? I got all sorts of dirt all over the place. This place is dirty, and I need to get a cleaning lady or something in here. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. Zoom out here a little bit. You did notice that it came with a little tool bag on the back. I guess it's fine. I personally would trade that for an ability to stack something on here. So I don't know, Snap-on or whatever, the Milwaukee, the Makita, even the pack outs or whatever, even a DeWalt one probably would have been my choice. If I could just stack something on top, would make things a lot better. Hard to build something really on this permanent handle that's there. So I did turn it on. It's pretty darn quiet, but we'll measure that using a totally scientific and 100% foolproof way, my phone. But we'll use that in just a second. A couple tools that it comes with, pretty sparse, but you know, again, it's a vacuum. The vacuum it comes with, I'm just going to give you a heads up, does not fit the little tiny ones. So if you're doing woodworking or anything, does not fit those guys there. You will need an adapter. Okay, so just get that out of the way now. One thing I want to talk about is horsepower ratings. I have seen so many debates online of people saying, oh, hey, you know, well, this one's got more horsepower, this one's got horsepower. Keep in mind, horsepower is not actually, it's a selling feature. It's just a marketing feature. That's all it is. It is not an actual like measurement of actual suckage. Well, maybe it is, but it's in a different way, suckage. So just keep in mind, this is peak horsepower, and it is measured differently than on the end of the hose. So horsepower does not equal more power. So keep that in mind, all right? So this is a 5 horsepower motor, as it claims. That is peak horsepower, mind you. Now, keep in mind, that, which is infinitely bigger, sucks infinitely more, and I would take that all day, costs probably 10 times as much, is 2 horsepower. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is not a denotion of how much power it actually has. It even says right here on the box, peak horsepower is a term, and conveniently put a sticker over the top of it. So it does not denote operational power. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're buying these things. That is a fake marketing number. Don't even bother with it. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. But you know, otherwise, I did turn it on. It's pretty darn quiet. Let's test it against the Craftsman over here. Against this one, it's a little bit smaller. But again, this is a 20-year-old unit or so that I've been using faithfully for quite some time. It's on a switch over here, so every time I turn the vacuum on, clicky clicky, that also kicks on too. So pretty sweet deal. Fantastic for sanding. Again, this is going to be inside, so probably not going to need that switch nearly as much. So let's go ahead and set this up now. Hey everybody, so here we go. We're going to use a totally scientific, totally proven, 100% foolproof scientific method of doing this. My conversation looks right around 84 decibels. That's kind of the max here, so we'll just reset this before the test and give her the business. Here we go. All right, so about loud talking. We've got about 89 decibels out of the red Craftsman. Alrighty, same deal as before, except this time with this one supposedly super quiet version. All right, here we go. I'm gonna reset so my voice doesn't sit up the maximum decibels. All right, so the test came back. I know the maximum says 88, but the entire time we were seeing 70, 72. Now that 88 was actually me clicking the button. I watched it spike. So, significantly quieter. I can tell just even by being right next to it that the StealthSONIC, as it likes to call itself, there, look at that. The StealthSONIC is much, much quieter. We averaged, well, the average is right around 63, 64, but I saw numbers right around that 70. Focus, you pilot, absolute, there we go. Right around 70, 72. So a difference of about 15 to 20 decibels total. Wait, what's this? Is this a conveniently placed pile of sawdust and other leaves and sundry things that my son actually cleaned, but I never actually finished cleaning up because he was too busy doing other things while I was being lazy? That's preposterous. Let's use this as a perfect opportunity to test out our new vacuum. Let's go. So let's talk while this is running. Fairly impressed with how quiet it is, and I'll shut this off in a second, but I'm just kind of proving a point that you might even have a conversation with this thing going. If you're in somebody's house, you're on a customer's house, you're on a job, you're cleaning up something small, but you know, the broom's not working. This might actually do the trick. All right, fellas, what's the verdict? Is it any good? Is it worth the I don't know, I think I paid 165, 170 American Freedom dollars for this guy. Is it any good? The answer is, yeah, it's actually pretty quiet. I was kind of expecting it to be a tad louder, but pleasantly surprised. Again, you can probably have a conversation with this with people around. Again, I bought the smaller one, but I think the motor is relatively the same volume for all the different sizes of them. Again, I needed to be portable. I need to go into somebody's house, customer's house possibly, and not, interrupt their meeting or, get in the way of their dinner party while I'm cleaning up because they needed a rush job at the last second and they're having dinner guests over. Oh no, man. 90s problems, am I right? So, what are some things I don't like about it? Not a huge fan of this little bag on the back or whatever they've got it for. It's kind of really a mess, honestly. The Craftsman, the bigger one that I have, actually has little points that you can stick the attachments into in a physical manner so they don't go flying in all directions, although once in a while they do get in the way. So the bag system, not a fan, I'll be honest. Just kind of throwing stuff there and I don't know, doesn't organize it very well. I'm, kind of picky. Suction, very, very good. I stuck to my hand many times. I actually broke several of the twigs as it was coming in. Crushed everything, quite good. We'll open this in just a second to see the aftermath. But otherwise, just remembered, I'm probably going to splice this somewhere in the video. I did say I was going to open it, completely forgot, even my own thing. So, pretty simple. Unlatch that way. Unlatch this way. And then you just use the big handle that, again, I'm not a fan of. And there she be. Not did its job. It's quiet. It's light. It has that new plastic smell, which is fantastic. It is wet dry vac. And overall, one other thing I completely forgot. Again, splice this somewhere. One of the things that people complain about often is this fit between the motor top and the bucket. And as I'm moving it around and picking it up, I don't see a lot of movement here, so that's great. That is fantastic. So there's a good seal here all the way around. Again, on my Craftsman, you can kind of wobble this a little bit and you can feel the gap. So that's primarily resting on the weight to keep the seal on this. This one seems to keep it sealed just fine with these clips on the side. By the way, that's for keep your hose steady. So yeah, pretty good seal, I would say overall. Yeah, I mean, 100. If you get it for under 200, I think you did okay. I think Amazon. I'll put a link down in the below there. Which, by the way, I'm legally obligated now because I got a nasty email from Amazon. I got to tell you when I'm doing an affiliate link, as if it wasn't obvious. But anyway, it's an affiliate link. Hey, click. Doesn't cost you anything, and really help me out if you did. But would I buy this again? Yeah. One design I would change is I would change the top to not have this giant handle on it. I would have a way to integrate DeWalt's or any of the other popular ones, Festool, for example, their pack system so that you could pack something on top of this. The wheels do work just fine. Wheeled around the shop, no complaints there. All in all, yeah, I would definitely buy this again. A couple minor tweaks though. So anyway, thanks a lot, folks. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video and you want to get one of your comments out quickly, and I kind of prioritize those comments first, just put, I don't know, what's a good word? Hose. There we go. That's a good word. Hose. And start your comment with hose, and I'll get to yours first, and I'll make sure to, answer your comment first. If you have the opportunity to subscribe, hey, totally cool. 99% of you aren't. So, yeah, that's that would be cool. So, and if not, hey, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys. See you.